The life and sad ending of Rick Derringer. Rick Derringer was born in Salina, Ohio, and grew up in Fort Recovery, the son of Janice Levine and John Otto Zehringer, a section foreman of the Nickel Plate Railroad. According to Derringer, other than his parents' extensive record collection, his first major influence was an uncle, Jim Thornburg, a popular guitarist and singer in Ohio. Derringer has related first hearing him play guitar in the kitchen of his parents' home, and knowing immediately that he wanted to play guitar. He was then 8 years old, and his parents gave him his first electric guitar for his 9th birthday. After the 8th grade, the family moved to Union City, Indiana, where he formed a band that he called the McCoys. He later changed the name to the Rick Z Combo, and then Rick and the Raiders, before going back to the band's original name. In summer 1965, when he was 17, the band was hired to back up a band called the Strangeloves in concert. When not in Strangelove garb, they were 3 record producers from New York City, looking for a band to record My Girl Sloopy, which Derringer later convinced them to call the more appropriate title, Hang On Sloopy. After playing all the guitar parts, he and the McCoys sang the recording. The song was an instant success, reaching number 1 in every country that sold records. It was the first record played in Moscow's Red Square when the government decided to play rock and roll. It stayed at number 1, while Yesterday was number 2. Derringer, with his band, the McCoys, joined Johnny Winter in a band they called Johnny Winter and, the and referring to the McCoys. Derringer joined Edgar Winter's White Trash and then the Edgar Winter Group. In 1973, Derringer released his first solo album, All American Boy, which included his song Rock and Roll Hoochie Goo. By then, the song had appeared on Johnny Winter and also the White Trash Roadwork albums. Derringer's version rose to the top 20 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts, becoming his highest charting single. One critic described the album as a sadly neglected album of great merit. Derringer's later albums, both solo and with his band Derringer, included 1977's Sweet Evil, which had co-written with Cynthia Weil and Rolling Thunder review author Larry Sloman, and the critically acclaimed Guitars and Women, which was re-released with liner notes by Razor and Tie in 1998. Around this time, he played guitar on 2 Steely Dan tracks, Showbiz Kids on Countdown to Ecstasy and Chain Lightning on Katy Lied. Derringer is credited with helping Fagen gain a record deal in 1972. Derringer worked with his neighbor Todd Rundgren during this time, playing on 4 of Rundgren's solo albums. He was also a regular in Andy Warhol's circle and frequented Warhol's studio, The Factory. Of the period, Derringer has said, Liz and I were always on the scene. We were the consummate partiers. Derringer played guitar on My Rival on Steely Dan's Gaucho and also Fagen's first solo album, The Nightfly. In 1983, he played guitar on 2 hit power ballads written and produced by Jim Steinman, Air Supply's Making Love Out of Nothing at All and Bonnie Tyler's Total Eclipse of the Heart. He has said that his guitar solo in Making Love Out of Nothing at All is his favorite guitar solo of the many he has recorded. The same year, he recorded guitar parts for Meatloaf's poorly received album Midnight at the Lost and Found. Both Making Love Out of Nothing at All and Total Eclipse of the Heart were originally offered to Meatloaf by Steinman for that album, but Meatloaf's record company refused to pay Steinman for the compositions. In 1983, Derringer wrote Shake Me for his Good Dirty Fun solo album. A video followed, which was produced by Jake Hooker. Singer Lorette Russell Grant modeled in the video production with Derringer. In 1984, Derringer played guitar on Barbra Streisand's cover version of Steinman's Left in the Dark, which was released as the lead single of Emotion. In 1985, Derringer's friendship with Cyndi Lauper led him and Steinman to collaborate again. Derringer producing the wrestling album for the World Wrestling Federation, an album consisting mostly of wrestlers' theme songs. He wrote a couple of songs on it, including Hulk Hogan's theme song, Real American, with Bernard Kenny. The song was also used by U.S. President Barack Obama at the 2011 White House Correspondents' Dinner, where he played the song while unveiling his birth certificate. It was also used as a campaign song by Hillary Clinton, as a victory song by Newt Gingrich, and in 4 videos during the campaign of Donald Trump. He worked for several city-based jingle houses in the 1980s. This fallow period in Derringer's career ended when he discovered Weird Al Yankovic and produced his first album, Weird Al Yankovic, believing that Yankovic was going to be a success and not waiting for record company involvement. Derringer ultimately produced 6 Yankovic albums between 1983 and 1989. For this work, he received his only Grammy Award. Yankovic has said that he is open to working with Derringer again. In 2001, the couple and their children released the first of 4 Christian music albums, all Panta Studio productions: Aiming for Heaven, Derringer X2, Winter Wonderland, and We Live. In 2002, Derringer was featured in a book written by Dan Weiss called Gallagher, Marriott, Derringer, and Trower: Their Lives and Music. He released Free Ride Smooth Jazz, which has had vocals by his wife Jenda, who sang the title song Free Ride, and with Derringer wrote the song Hot and Cool. In May 2009, he self-released the album Knighted by the Blues, and its popular song Sometimes, once again co-written with Jenda. Derringer followed up with the release of The Three Kings of Blues on Mike Varney's Blues Bureau International Records. Derringer went on 3 world tours with Ringo Starr and his all-star band. Rehearsals started in June 2010. They traveled in Europe, Russia, South America, Mexico, and the USA. The tour featured Wally Palmer, Edgar Winter, Gary Wright, Richard Page, and Greg Bissonette. Derringer has long been fascinated by Asian music. In the 1980s, he produced the Komodo Band. He has toured in Asia, including with Edgar Winter, the 1990 White Lightning Tour in both Japan and Germany. In 2010, 2 of Derringer's homes in Florida were foreclosed upon when he defaulted on the $46,000 line of credit that his wife, Brenda J. Hall, obtained in 2004 from Branch Banking and Trust Company. The loan was secured by Derringer's Florida property. He is also sued by BAC Home Loan Servicing, a mortgage company servicing another loan on behalf of Fannie Mae. According to BAC, Derringer made no monthly payments in 2010 and owed $242,366 in principal and interest as of October 2010. Derringer blamed the circumstances on society, saying anybody can be affected by this huge problem, even us. Derringer has also listed as the defendant in another foreclosure complaint on a separate property in 2014 in Manatee County, Florida. In 2017, Derringer was charged with carrying a loaded gun on a Delta Airlines flight from Cancun, Mexico, to Atlanta, Georgia. According to his manager, Derringer thought he was permitted to carry the gun, based on his possession of a valid Florida concealed weapon permit. Derringer said that he flew between 30 and 50 times a year. Derringer later pleaded guilty, agreeing to pay $1,000 and saying it would not happen again, not even a water pistol. He played the guitar solo to an anti-bullying campaign version of Hang On Sloopy by the Love Love Kids, released in October 2019. Is Rick Derringer gay? Rick Derringer guides us to believe a certain way. However, we read the tabloids and we understand what he's been up to. He was that we understood if he'll break loose, and we all grabbed our popcorn. The fact that he broke up with his significant other made a lot of people sorrowful. Everybody believed they were intended to be. For devotion, Rick Derringer acquired a phobia after each of the scandals and the dreadful experience and didn't participate in something serious. If he went outside, but that did not stop the girls from being all over him.